A new communication system for law enforcement in the South Sound is up and running. Food banks can use your help, and it's time for Tacoma Reads. All that and more just ahead on Tacoma Report. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. South Sound 911 celebrated its opening with a ribbon cutting and dedication ceremony in late October. The 11,000 square feet communication center, housed within more than 74,000 square feet of building space, was actually activated in midsummer. The $59 million complex features the consolidation of 4 South Sound 911 facilities into one regional center. The building sits on the footprint of the former Puget Sound Hospital on Pacific Avenue next to the County Health Department. It supports 911 communications and dispatching for all of Pierce County with more than 6 dozen consoles. Construction started in September 2019 and was $6 million under budget. It's great to have a flashlight and batteries ready to go, but experts say there's more you can do to prepare for an unplanned power outage. Start with freezing bottles of water. That's right, during a power outage. Those frozen bottles of water will act as ice packs to your freezer, helping food stay cold. The CDC says food kept in the fridge can stay at safe temps for up to 4 hours without power. A full freezer can go up to 24 hours. A half freezer, 12 hours.
The best thing that you can do is to keep your devices that are cooling your food closed as long as possible. If you're required to open them to access the food that you have in those devices, just to get in there, get your food out and close it as quickly as possible to retain as much cooling ability as possible.
If you're coming close to the 4-hour mark and you're looking to plug in your appliance to a generator, make sure you grab an extension cord long enough to make it outside and away from your home.
A lot of times we'll see people where they have a small generator with cords running through a window to plug into their refrigerators or devices inside, not realizing that that generator is going to have that carbon monoxide risk coming through that same window as the cord.
Lel Lee says keeping the generator close to the cracked window or open door is a common mistake that can be deadly. Most safety experts recommend keeping running generators at least 20 feet away from the home. If you haven't signed up for Tacoma Power's new outage portal, the utility says now's the time. The new portal offers more features and information for customers during planned and unplanned outages, with the option to receive text or email updates about restoration times. You'll have the information you need to plan ahead. When major rainfall occurs, the city's stormwater system could get overwhelmed, causing some city streets and low-lying areas to flood. To help prevent street flooding, the city works to prepare streets for the rainy season through the Street Sweeping Program. Residents can also help prevent street flooding in their neighborhood by clearing leaves and debris from storm drains. The city also provides free sandbag supplies to the public for personal use. For more information on street flooding preparedness and sandbag locations, visit the inclement weather page on the city's website. In an ongoing effort to ease the negative economic impacts of COVID-19 throughout Tacoma, the City of Tacoma's Community and Economic Development Department has established 2 new grant programs with $3.25 million in American Rescue Plan Act funding. The 2 new grant programs are designed to cover allowable expenses not covered by other COVID-19 funding sources. Grant applications will be accepted through November 15 of this year. When initially launched in January 2019, the City of Tacoma's Equity Index, an interactive mapping tool that visually highlights disparities, maintained a Tacoma focus. Today, the Equity Index includes layers that show information for Tacoma Power and Tacoma Water Service areas, as well as all of Pierce County and Pierce Transit Service area. If you or your organization are working on a project in the Tacoma or Pierce County area, be sure to add the Equity Index to your toolkit. Beginning October 1st, the City of Tacoma's Rental Housing Code now has just cause provisions that are in alignment with the state's code, which was approved this past May. Along with this update, the Rental Housing Code also now includes provisions to prohibit illegal rental agreement provisions and landlords from requiring tenants to provide more than a 20-day termination of tenancy. For more information about the updates or to review the Rental Housing Code, visit the webpage. The City of Tacoma has implemented a new program to help expedite affordable housing projects in Tacoma. The city's Priority Permitting Program speeds up the initial review time for qualifying projects. The program is part of the city's Affordable Housing Action Strategy. For more information about the program, visit the city's webpage. As the weather gets colder, some people believe that more and more individuals are using area food banks during the fall and winter. But the truth is, food banks are in high demand year-round. Last year, more than 157,000 visits were made each month to food programs in Pierce County, an increase of over 40% from the year before. Two of the fastest growing groups that utilize food banks are children and those over 55. Many families found themselves needing help due to layoffs when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. There are currently more than 40 food banks that help service the Pierce County area. With more people being food insecure, more volunteers are needed to help distribute the food. COVID safety measures are in place at each of the food banks to help protect those being served and those helping out. More information about volunteering and donating to a local food bank can be found at the Nourish Pierce County website. Tacoma Reads is a citywide annual reading program that unites our community in dialogue through reading common texts. Stacey Ellifrit has more on this year's selections, programs, and events.
The Tacoma Public Library, along with Tacoma Mayor Victoria Woodards and lead sponsor the Tacoma Urban League, have announced the full lineup for Tacoma Reads 2021. It all starts with the 3 titles for this year's book selections, one for each reading level.
The adult title, which is kind of the main headlining title, is Cast, The Origin of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. And then we have a selection for teens and young adults. It is called A Good Kind of Trouble by Lisa Moore Ramey. And then our selection for kids and families is a picture book called The Day You Begin. And that's by Jacqueline Woodson, and it's illustrated by Rafael Lopez.
Each year, the Tacoma Public Library works with the Mayor's office to choose a theme or topic that the community would like to discuss.
This year's topic is race, social justice, and healing as a community. So all 3 of these books speak to those themes in different ways.
It's easy to get involved in Tacoma Reads. You could start by going to your local library where these book selections are ready for checkout.
You'll probably see a display that has the Tacoma Reads logo with all 3 books. You can also download these audiobooks or ebooks online and check them out that way. You can also purchase a book to keep from our partners at King's Books, and they also have an amazing display about Tacoma Reads.
There are a number of events that will showcase all that this program has to offer.
The other ways to get involved is that we have programs from our librarians for all ages. So everyone from very young children to grown-ups can get involved, and we have interactive art exhibits, we have workshops, we have book discussions, we have writing workshops, and we have our author events with all 3 books represented this year.
This program is for all ages and everyone in our community. Participants are encouraged to invite their friends and family to join them for Tacoma Reads 2021. For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Ellifrit.
To check out, download, or listen to any of the Tacoma Reads 2021 book selections, or for links to all of the programs and events, visit the Tacoma Public Library website. Outdoor swimming in Metro Parks Tacoma pools close in September, but there are 3 Metro Parks locations where you can swim year-round. The People's Center, located in the Hilltop area, The Eastside Community Center, situated in East Tacoma, and the Center at Norpoint, which is in Northeast Tacoma, are all open Monday through Saturday and offering everything from lap swimming and water fitness to designated times for just family swimming, and also a period for those 18 and older. The pools are closed on Sundays, and you no longer have to make a reservation to swim at a certain time. All three centers offer different times for the different types of swimming. So the best way to find out about what each center has to offer is by going to the Metro Parks Tacoma website. Hard to believe, but it's almost time for the annual holiday event, Zoo Lights. Each year, the Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium is transformed into a spectacular display of color and festivities. Preparation for this year's event are underway, with workers putting in hundreds of hours, and the fine-tuning is still being done.
Zoo Lights preparations start on October 1st every year, and it takes about that full 2 months for the Zoo Lights crew to set up more than 700,000 LED lights. So it's the operations, maintenance, and horticulture team that make up the Zoo Lights crew with the help of some volunteers. So it's about 25 full-time, part-time, and volunteers altogether. Every year they have to replace about 25% of those 700,000 lights. So this year, both of our aquariums will be closed during Zoo Lights, but the carousel will be open, and you can still walk around and see some animals like the goats, and you can go into our day room in the Asian Forest Sanctuary and see animals like a tiger or a tapir, and you can see some meerkats as well. So keep an eye out for them.
Due to COVID protocols, online tickets for timed admittance are being used again this year. Zoo Lights runs November 26th through January 2nd, but is closed December 24th and 25th. More information can be found by going to the Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium website. The Tacoma Police Department spends time with the Pierce County Sheriff's Office in ropes training, one of the skills needed as part of a search and rescue team. Ropes training is essential when responding to incidents like a vehicle over an embankment, coordinating with emergency medical services to provide patient care, and more. The Tacoma Police Department collaborates with Pierce County, which is a benefit to the citizens of Tacoma.
The citizens of Tacoma are very fortunate because we've developed a great training relationship with the Pierce County Sheriff's Department, which allows us to utilize their manpower in conducting urban search and rescue within the city of Tacoma, as well as it allows them to use our manpower to assist them with search and rescue up in their different districts.
In addition to high-angle ropes rescue, the department also trains for swift water, snowmobile and ATV rescues, as well as missing person searches in wilderness and urban areas. And finally, our area is blessed with a temperate climate, avoiding most of the Arctic blasts and heavy snows for the rest of the country. But we do get hit with a lot of rain wrapped around the dark days of winter. Not exactly ideal conditions for runners. Reporter Dave Gordon takes us to the few wet and determined joggers of the night in this story.
Rain, sleet, dark of night are all elements of a normal Northwest winter. But there are people focusing on a healthy lifestyle. They know there's more dedication to outdoor running than anyone can imagine.
I don't think it's great to run in the winter, but this time of year it's dark out most of the time. So if you work all day and you're gonna run, you're gonna end up running at night.
You can't let weather stop you. If you're gonna run, you gotta run when you can.
We all know about the dark days of winter. This means runners need to take extra precautions with low visibility. Rob Huff is with Tacoma Runners, an active running group in the city.
Drivers really aren't used to looking for runners in most cases. They just don't see you. They're looking for other cars or things that are going to hurt them.
Joggers may have to find the light of day to stay safe, while others take on the task with true Northwest technological tenacity.
And then this is just called like a blinker, so you can have it flashing or just have it on. So again, just kind of helps cars see you as you're going on the sidewalk.
Rob's basic advice for a good, safe run is to play it safe with common sense.
So don't step out in the street in front of a car expecting that they're going to yield the right of way, because they may not even see you. Pick a route that has some street lights on it because you will be able to see a little bit better and cars might be able to see you a little bit better.
So feel free to ditch your treadmill and hit the road with a good, healthy Tacoma run.
Any opportunity you can to make yourself more visible on public streets helps keep you safer.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Dave Gordon.
The Tacoma Runners feature opportunities year-round with a variety of events. Check out their website at tacomarunners.com. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. With daylight savings falling back on November 7th, the days may be shorter with darkness longer, but the moon will be looking much brighter across the Tacoma landscape. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor. Thanks for watching.